What's up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Channel 1 here, and today I'm really excited to bring this to you guys because this was one of my first few Transformers I owned from Revenge of the Fallen, and I'm really excited to be bringing these two characters to you today. One of them I use for scale, and it's kind of a running long joke on my review channel piece, on the review piece of my channel, but, you know, hey, what else can you do? So, I'm here to bring the Arcee twins, or the only two Arcee figures that we really got from Revenge of the Fallen. Chromia and Arcee. So, first thing we'll do is we'll start off with Arcee. Arcee is pretty cool. I dig Arcee. I dig the fact that she's got a sidecar. But the sidecar on Arcee and the little kickstand here on Chromia, those are meant to keep them stabilized when they're in robot mode, because if we all know, they all have feet for wheels for feet. So Arcee, pretty cool figure. Here she is in scale with her twin, Chromia. Pretty nicely even scale, I think, there. And the same goes for Chromia and Arcee. So, you know, I really dig the fact that they took the time to make us two different motorcycle figures. I really do like that. There is a combined feature that I will show you guys later in the video. So right now we're going to start with Arcee and work our way to Chromia. So let's move this down so we all can look at the figure. So here is Arcee in her bike mode, and to get her out of bike mode and into robot mode, you're going to need to detach the sidecar, like so. That will come later in the video. Then you're going to want to take this panel here and untab it, which will then come out like that. Then you're going to want to untab this whole section here and then flip it down like that. Okay? Then you're going to want to take this piece, rotate it inward a little bit, and then collapse these two pieces, and then make sure that they are stable at least enough. And then accordion this piece, or just, you know, rotate it, whichever one. And then we're going to take this piece, and then we're just going to totally take it up here, and we're going to untab or undo this, fold this up, which will bring out the hand, and it'll do the same thing. And then this piece will just flip out the knife, and that will detach the arm, but it's on a ball joint, so it's easily fixable. So then you can take this piece right here, rotate this piece all the way down, and then take this piece that we just had, take it, fold this in, rotate this down, push the head forward, which will split the chest, which will then make clearance for this piece to go under here, which will then tab in just like so. And just make sure you're straightening everything out. And I think that it just about does it for Arcee. And then here comes the kickstand piece, like I said in the previous. So yeah, here we go. Here's Arcee with their arms just not wanting to stay still. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So there is a piece right here that does unfold on the back, and this is key to the next piece after Chromia. So first, let's flip this camera up here and do some scale. Here is another one of the twins from the Revenge of the Fallen movie. So here he is with Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Skids. And here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class, or no, correction. Revenge of the Fallen Hunt for the Decepticons Deluxe Class Mudflat. And here she is with a modern figure and her scale buddy. That's the longest running joke on my channel. Here she is with Leader Class Last Night Megatron. So, I really do appreciate this mold. I really do like Arcee as a figure. I do have another version of her coming, but I don't really count that as Arcee. Well, correction, I do count it as Arcee, but I don't count it as movie Arcee. Because first of all, this one's purple and it doesn't have the wheels for feet, unlike Chromia, Elita 1, and Arcee right here. So, here is Deluxe Arcee, and so we will move on to Chromia. So Chromia, real fast, pretty nice bike. I believe they're both Kawasaki's. I could be wrong. Somebody tell me what kind of bikes they are down below in the comments. I like Chromia. I really do like Chromia. The one thing that I do not like is the fact that they did not have time to incorporate a sidecar, so they just made it a kickstand or a floor room stand and turned it into machine guns. That's cool, but I wish it had a sidecar like, you know, RC. But what can you do? So let's go down. So Chromia, pretty nice bike. To start things off with Chromia, you're going to want to detach the kickstand piece, and then you're left with just the bike. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these handlebars, you're going to want to rotate them in. It's okay if one of them is a little more funky. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to make sure that they just go in sync with each other. You're going to want to take it and you're going to want to rotate the handlebar section around. And then you're going to want to take this panel, lift it up, which will expose a lot of the robot piece that's going to become the gun. Then you take these pieces, this arm, or what will become the arms, take them, rotate them out, like so. Do the same, except for this piece. This piece is kind of hard to see, but it does have a tab system underneath. But you're going to want to take it. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open these pieces, which will become the shoulder pads. Take these, undo them, pull this all the way out, and that will create part of the robot mode. And then do the same on the other side if you can do it just right. Also, you're going to want to push that out just a hair. Flip out the head. The head on Chromia is a lot more loose than RC's, so make sure you realign that piece there. Make sure that the wheel is facing up. Make sure you take this, fold it in, rotate this panel down. Take this section and just fold it all the way down. And on the other side, you're going to want to take this piece and you're going to want to flip it up. And in this case, flip it down, sorry. This one's a little bit more difficult to deal with, but I'm going to fold it down, do that. Then take this panel here, going to kind of need to make that move a little bit for parts moving, and make sure you accordion everything just right. Oh, the missile before actually I will just do the missile in a moment. Then you're going to want to take this kickstand piece, move it down slightly, and put, oh yeah, there in this piece right here, you're going to want to grab the kickstand, which will allow this piece to open up. Then move the kickstand down like that. Okay, fold in the tire, and here we have Chromia in her robot mode. And I think Chromia is a pretty cool fembot. I think it's okay. This version of her is okay. I mean, they did not nail the space area. I really think that they could have done better with that, but you know, what more can you get with the frickin' RC twins? Or triplets, as they call it. Or no, they were twins. They called them RC twins, but they did not come out with an Elita 1 figure, which kind of bugs me. But anyways, so before I get into the other scale, here she is with deluxe skids, Revenge of the Fallen skids, mud flap, and last but not least, Leader Last Night Megatron. Pretty cool figure. So, like I stated before, there is a combined mode, which I don't even know what they call this. And if you'll notice, on the tabs, or on these pieces, there are these little notches that come out. And what you do is you take this piece of Chromia, or vice versa on RC, and you take them and you slide them into these slots. Now, there were supposed to be 3 of them, and I was just barely able to get this combined mode to work. And you're going to want to basically lay RC down like that. You're going to want to flip Chromia's head all the way back. You're going to want to take them, push them together, on Chromia's side. You're going to want to basically just take Chromia apart. Take the arms of Chromia on this side, fold them in, and just barely make this look like it's supposed to be real. Take Arcee's arm, which is really hard to do, which when it unfolds, or at least the top piece unfolds, it's really hard to move that around. Take that, move that outward, and make sure that it looks like these pieces belong, because, I mean, it was supposed to be something really good, and they never showed it in the movie, but this is pretty much the combined version of the arcee twins. Now, would I absolutely recommend you do this to your arcee figures? I would say no, because they look fine just on their own. But, you know, this could have been something, but it didn't turn out to be anything, really. And the fact that there was supposed to be a third arcee twin release, but they never did that, kind of irks me. So, and I will not do a scale comparison with the combined arcee twins. No, I will not. So, I just don't feel like doing that. Because it was hard to look at the first time, and the second time was even harder. So, but yeah, here is... Sometimes this happens when the headlight pieces come down and they don't like to be together. But anyways, so real fast, just gotta get this stinking. Sometimes things do not like to stay together, and sometimes they do. Oh, by the way, the missile does fire. There is a little lever down here, and I can push it, and it will launch the missile into the oblivion of places where it will never be found again. Like so. But, you know, so. Chromia, arcee, the arcee twins, not the triplets. Let's get it right, Michael Bay. But, you know, so, yeah. I dig them, I really do. I think they're really, really cool. I really think they're cool. Chromia in particularly I like because, number one, like I said, this figure was my first Revenge of the Fallen figure. This one came later, but this one was my first Revenge of the Fallen, and I really absolutely loved it. And I still love both of them. I just won't turn them into their combiner mode because that just did not look right at all. So yeah, not bad. I really do think these two were pretty good. I mean, they both died in the movie. Thank you, Michael Bay, for killing the fembots, but, you know, these two were pretty cool figures. If you really want these figures for yourselves, you can probably find these on eBay for a pretty good price. Both of them go for about 15 to 20 bucks a piece. Chromia, there is one that has their original packaging. If you want them in their original packaging, you're gonna have to pay a little more, probably like 50 to 60 bucks. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say about these two awesome figures that I think they just kicked butt during the time that they were in stores, in shelves. I mean, you know, pretty cool. Especially the fact that they both combine. I think that was a really nice feature. Hasbro did not need to involve it because it didn't really do anything, but, you know, it was Hasbro. Let's face it, Hasbro kind of ruins stuff. So, anyways, this is your homeboy Thomas Channel 1 saying goodbye for now, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to subscribe to iStar552. Don't forget to subscribe to Take Along Productions, and please don't forget to subscribe to me because I absolutely love this, and the people who watch this actually give me credit for school. So, I appreciate that, you know. Next review, Animated Snarl. It finally came in the mail. No weapon, but still. Animated Snarl. Coming right at you.